Hello, everyone. My name is Halai Elizabeth Mena, and I am presenting on the gender pay gap in the United States. I will use the article Women's Explaining the Pay Gap by Maya Salam, published in the New York Times on April 2nd, 2019. I have inserted a URL in case you want to view the article yourself. I want to begin this presentation by defining the gender pay gap. The gender pay gap is the difference between male and female workers regarding salary. The term is used when there is a pay disparity for a female worker compared to a male worker when they are both doing the same job. I'm going to give you a summary of what the article says. First, the article specifies that the gender pay gap is not a myth and explains what Equal Pay Day is. Equal Pay Day, started in 1996 by the National Committee on Pay Equity, is an alliance of women's civil rights and labor organizations to highlight the gender pay gaps in the United States. Jessica Barnett, author of the book Feminist Fight Club, debunks some common gender stereotypes that are used to explain why women earn less than men. The first stereotype mentioned is the pay gap doesn't account for women's job choices. While it is true that women usually work in lower paying fields, the gender pay gap still exists in those fields. Next, the pay gap persists because women take time off to have children. While women who are mothers earn less even when they are childless and have the same degree as men, they still make less. Afterward, women get paid less because they have less education. Women earn more bachelor's and master's degree than men, and numbers are rising with women earning more doctoral degrees. The last stereotype is women don't get paid well because they don't negotiate well. In 2018, the Harvard Business Review published a study that found that women ask for more raises than men, but are usually denied those raises. Even with these stereotypes, the pay gap is set to close in 2059 if the current trends remain steady. The article also shows how much women earn compared to white men based on the race of the woman. These numbers are for women who work full time year round: 85 cents for Asian women, 77 cents for white women, 61 cents for black women, 58 cents for Native American women, 53 cents for Hispanic women. The numbers I previously stated equal to $10,169 in lost compensation yearly and $403,444 over a 40-year career. Still, 1 in 3 Americans are unaware of the gender pay gap. I will discuss two chapters from our textbook, Transformations, Women, Gender, and Psychology by Mary Crawford. I will speak about Chapter 3, titled Images of Women, and Chapter 10, titled Work and Achievement. These chapters will support my and the article's points regarding the gender pay gap. Firstly, Chapter 3 talks about how women are viewed in different types of media and how they are usually seen as sexual objects, and the stereotypes they face. Many stereotypes are placed on women in the workforce. For example, some people say that women earn less because they have to work less since they have to take care of the home and the kids. This stereotype has often been proven false, but still comes up in conversations. A stereotype is an accepted but unchanging simplistic conception of a specific type of person or thing. A gender stereotype is a simplistic conception of a woman or a man. The article spoke about how women are usually denied when they speak up about the stereotypes and ask for raises. Once they have asked for those raises, they are labeled as demanding, and once they have been labeled as demanding, no one wants to work with them anymore. An example the article gave was an essay by Jennifer Lawrence stating that she did not want to ask for a raise when she found out her male counterparts made more than her for fear of being labeled as spoiled or entitled. She feared being labeled those things because she knew it would cost her some jobs. I will now talk about Chapter 10. Chapter 10 talks about how women are discriminated against or sexualized in the workplace. It also speaks on how some do not view their work as actual work. Women work the same, if not more, hours daily than men. Women must go to work, work a full time job, and then come home and take care of the home, their kids, and their husbands. They have to cook, clean, help the kids with their homework, make sure the kids and her husband have everything ready for the next day, do laundry, and more. Most people do not consider housework work because that is what a woman is supposed to do. Women are supposed to be more kind and caring even to their male coworkers in the workplace. Women are supposed to be the ones that the employees can talk to even if they are in a managerial position. Even with most women making less than men in the United States, The US is further ahead than most in the world. While in the US, women can make up to 93 cents on a man's dollar, most other countries only allow women to make 60 to 75% of a man's wages. I want to talk about how we can stop the pay gap. First, we can make the pay gap shrink or disappear by creating legislation that forbids employers from paying one gender more than the other for equal work. Second, increase pay transparency to help women negotiate their pay if they realize they are making less than their male coworkers. Third, unionize workplaces as unions advocate for standard wages, pay transparency, and grievance procedures in case of discrimination. Fourth, support women when they are negotiating a better salary. We can raise awareness about the gender pay gap as old stereotypes still seem to be taken seriously. Men need to speak up about the disparities in the salary of their employees when they are in a managerial position and take on more responsibilities at home so that women can take on more hours at work. Women need to support other women when negotiating their pay and vote for congresspeople and representatives that will push for equal pay legislation. My opinions about the pay gap are that it must be stopped immediately. Women have been consistently in the workplace for nearly 100 years, and it is time to pay everyone equally. I find it ridiculous that women are still fighting this problem in 2023. The pay gap is a problem that I have seen firsthand since I was little, as I am a child of a single mother. Growing up, I watched as my mother struggled to make ends meet to support my older brother and I. If she had been paid what she deserved, we might have been in a more stable place and she could have earned her bachelor's and master's degree a long time ago instead of alongside her youngest daughter. I hope that by the time I have left the workforce or when my kids enter it, women are being paid the same as men. I hope future generations do not have to endure what every generation before them have gone through. I would like to thank anyone who is watching this presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. I also hope you have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.